So hemlock. This has been in this container since last spring. It's got roots coming out the bottom, which is nice, so it's doing really well. It's been pushed on a lot of growth, so I'm not going to do too much to it. When I look at this tree and kind of start to analyze it, it doesn't have much. It has this straight, it's just straight, and then it's got this problem here where it forks. It's flat, branches only coming off the sides. Same sort of thing here. So essentially I'm gonna have to try to hide something in here. I think this will be the new apex right here. And I can kind of use the trunk because it comes forward and off. It kind of looks like the most straight. You can kind of get a little bit of taper in there. Another problem is this branch just cuts right across, so that's going to be something to deal with. You know, other flaws are that these are just so big for the top, right? Like that's as thick as the top one, and as a branch it's too much. So you know, in this one, I'm thinking this will be the front, so this starts to come off the front. You pull it off to the left a bit, actually, down. But what will happen is these two primary big branches will be driving the direction this way, and would be a character branch. And thinking that it's going to actually get pushed that way. So first things first is let's get in here and pull out these roots, get in on the dirt, and see what we have for roots. See if that base flares, and see if we can utilize that in the design, or if it's something we want to, you know, not highlight, I guess, is the other option. I'm just hoping there's something in there, because it's really all I have, I feel like, for this thing is a lot of nice, branches. You know, that nice, and then they're just sort of straight, thick trunk. So there's one big root that comes out here. It's pretty thick. It's thick as my finger coming off there, and nothing. And a fairly big one coming off. Kind of comes up to off that side. So it flares out this way, which is actually pretty perfect for that. Tilt the tree this way. So that's what I'm thinking of as the front. Keep this, some of this, but all that's gonna go. Let's get that out of there. You can see the root coming here. It's angled just a bit forward. Like that would be flat to where I'm going, so it's coming forward. It looked a bit flat, two-dimensional if I had it straight, so I've had it angled a bit this way. And this is a really nice flare, and it may just be that the dirt comes there, but this sort of invites you in. And then as you get into here, that's the old stump, so I can take that out, and I'll probably take that top branch out back there. So this will be the new apex, make a top right there or right there, and then use this as sort of a primary branch and have the tree flowing this way. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, there's the front. This deadwood. I want to try to make it a feature. I'm going to bend it in. This branch will go to the left, this one will come to the right. This will be the primary branch, character branch. But I'm actually going to move this left branch first. So you can see, got this one down sort of as a character branch. And have this dead wood come in here. Let's see. So I pulled this dead wood forward a bit because it was kind of shooting out. I haven't finished the apex. I figured I'd do that with you guys. You know, it's when you look at this kind of gnarly section in here, and I do have to take off that little nub, but when you look at it, it should probably just all go down there, and then maybe that's gone. You know, and maybe I should have made this like a some sort of alpine-y double apex with like a broken one. So I couldn't quite conceptualize it, so I've come up with one sort of more traditional. So I'll just clean it up, do this last little section, and then show you what I've done at the top. Essentially there's two branches, and this one I branched down, and that's this whole lower branch, and then there's another one, the top one that was here, I bent down and it's coming up and over. And what I want to do is use these two to kind of make the apex. Let's see. When I say make the apex, I just mean sort of fill it out just a bit. Piece up top. You see, I've kind of brought that down. As you grow, I'm just going to push you down. real question is, what do I do with this sort of front here? Got this as part of the top branch. I think this may all go. This may be the apex down below. But what I need is this to go right here. Do I? Yeah. So alright, so there's the apex coming down. I'm gonna leave this long. I need to leave a lot on the tree. It's not the best time to trim, but there are a few branches that I am gonna take off. This one that's just really weak. Again, a lot of this at this phase of the tree. You know, I'm gonna want to pull it back in. So you know, I mean, a lot of this stuff's way too long. Give it a little trim, but not too much. So like over here, oh yeah, like this is way too long. Oh, that's a nice little new bud there. This right there. Just kind of looking for a good spot where there can be a new leader. This one's actually coming up on top of them. I'm gonna place them on top. I mean, I could wire that out. I'll just, I probably should wire it out. Good top section of the tree taken off. This tree should have some energy to kind of shoot out something. It might try to do some more this year. So I'm just bringing it in and out a bit. Is it worth having 2 layers? Nah, just keep it 1 at this point. See, I'm gonna let these grow because these could be the new apexes. I like those 2 little buds at the end. And you know, this is the branch, that's the defining branch, so I'm gonna keep it a little longer. We got in here some weird growth. Just open it up a bit, but again, like I said, there's all these inner branches. I might, you know, these might become one day something. I'll just let them grow at this phase of the tree. So really happy. You know, you can see other angles might be decent. I don't know if that deadwood just creates this sort of U in there with the deadwood, right, where the knob was cut off to the back. Let's give it a trim. We don't. So I've done this before where I've, you know, kind of wired the front, made it look really good, and I leave lots of growth on the back, thinking that oh great, it'll hold vigor for the tree. And you know, help the tree grow. But what happened is it just pushed all the growth back here to where it's strong, of course, right? The tree's like, okay, this is where I can grow, this is where I'm strong. And then the front branches that were wired and, you know, trimmed up, they just died off a bit. Do I need this branch? feel like I may need this branch at some point. I'll just put a teeny bit of light wire on it. Small amount of it. Really, this is just to kind of get it in position. You know, the more wire I put on, the more I have to take it off later, and you kind of play this balancing act. Of course, you want the tree nice, but how much time do you have to unwire wire for that matter? You can see this stuff is super flexible. I'm not even really looking at the front of the tree. Just putting it into a nice open spot back here where there's some again, just trimming back here. This is the primary branch. I do want it to grow pretty strong, but not too strong. You know, so there's something nice about this dead wood, you know, and a little tree back there. Like I said, maybe a multi-apex would have sort of been best. So there it is. So what's nice from afar is it actually looks like one trunk line. You know, when you get close, it's you can kind of see the gnarliness, but yeah. So here's that root I was talking about. You know, actually just so I love working on these hemlocks. The needles are so fine, so small. Just makes beautiful bonsai. If you look at the top, if you can see this here, let's see. So this was the split right there. It was just two big straight ones, if you remember. I bent them both around, and the top one may eventually go.